Good morning and welcome back. I'm 74.666 and this is Lost Faith in Politics. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and like and share. We are exploring the concept that if religion and politics are indeed the same thing, how and why, and what's the agenda. In today's agenda, we're going to have a look into the Knights Templar and the Freemasons' belief of the number 74 and how this has manipulated the constitutions and the world around us today. By adding binary codes within our language at its origins, shows how the old world always had the new world agenda. 4th of July, 1187 was the Battle of Hattin. This was the largest defeat of the Knights Templar and ultimately pushed them out of the region. The Ottoman Emperor decided to attack on this day with the biggest push because it had become a religious day to the Knights Templar. 4th of July 1776 is Independence Day for the United States of America. In reality, independence was declared on the 2nd of July and the Constitution wasn't fully signed until the 8th of August. We're all aware of the Masonic links to the founding of the United States of America. The Statue of Liberty was given to America from France and the Illuminati and is actually representative of the goddess Hera. There are 7 spikes on her crown and the light is representative of the Illuminati. A protest party was formed in the United States of America called the Know Nothing Party. The party never made it into power, but it certainly had a lot of backing and public support. Their main agenda was anti-Catholic immigration, blaming the Catholic Church as having a power struggle with monarchies across the European Union, and creating all the revolutions that we've seen, including the 1848 European revolts. One of the main agendas of the 1848 revolts was freedom of press. Fake news today, we've got to ask ourselves, how far along are we? America believe it's a message from God that 3 of the first 5 presidents died on Independence Day. John Adams and Thomas Jefferson died on the same day. John Adams' last words were, "Thomas Jefferson lives." If you're going to sacrifice yourself in a fire to make sure that the Fibonacci numbers were in sequence, it would be important to you to know that it didn't go wrong. 2nd, 3rd and 5th presidents died in order on Independence Day. Why is 74 such a holy number? English language was the first language to separate letters from numerical value. Seeing as most religious texts have a numerical value behind them, the concept of Gematria was formed. This is ascribing numbers to letters by the number of angles within the original letters. O having no angles doesn't exist or can be taken as 15. If you take O out of the alphabet, it makes a 7x4 grid. Now, some of the most important words within the religious texts add up to 74. Gematria, Jewish and English languages all add up to 74. In creation, God, objects, heavens, months, cubits and fruit all add up to 74 also. Being a 7th letter, O not existing and D being a 4th, makes God's numerical value 7, 4. Cubits being a measurement throughout the Bible and other religious texts. Menorah is of utmost importance in the religious texts, adds up to 74, as does Aaron's rod. There were fruit on the menorah, as in the story of Adam and Eve. That also adds up to 74. In previous episodes I explained how the menorah is actually constitutions. Son of God, 74. Jesus, 74. Joshua, 74. The King, 74. Messiah, 74. He wore a crown, 74. Died on a cross, 74. People will argue that the code of 74 proves God's existence. In forming a new language, this was very easily added in. Much easier than writing the original Holy Code or Leviticus Code. Albert Pike was a notorious Freemason of the highest degree, also known as an occultist, and the author of Morals and Dogma, which has become the user guide for the Scottish Rite, 32nd degree Freemasonry and above. Like the King James Bible, he refers to Lucifer as a light bearer. Unbelief, 74. Occult, 74. Masonic, 74. Widow, as in widower's son, 74. And Lucifer, all equal 74. Exactly the same numerical value as God, Jesus and Messiah that we saw earlier on in this episode. So who is 666? Well, that would be Nero Caesar. If you transliterate from Greek into the Hebrew numbers, you get the number 666. Being marked to the beast would actually be engraved with a beast. The same word in Greek means engravement, i.e. a coin. This would suggest that the battle is actually a battle between Roman and Hebrew wealth. 73 books in the Catholic Bible, the Dead Sea Scrolls would make 74. These are the parts of the scriptures that were taken out as it showed political control. The Qumran caves are looking very much so like the Kabbalistic Tree of Life in terms of what little we know about what was in each cave. We've only really been told about the War Scrolls, which is about the Sons of Light versus Sons of Darkness, which you can accept as meaning Catholicism versus Islam. Catholic faith being the light bearers, and Islam having a moon crescent. However, the Dead Sea Scrolls were buried 700 years before Islam's existence, and Islam became the fourth religion within that region. Judaism, Christianity, Mithra, and Islam. There are 10 archangels in the Hebrew religion. There are 7 make it into the Catholic faith and 4 into Islam. Again, 7 and 4. This is not divine. This has been manipulated. Main ethology in the religions is the Lord's Prayers, and this comes from the archangels and the 10 Commandments. The Dead Sea Scrolls were buried during the Jewish-Roman Wars at the time of founding the Catholic faith. The Book of Numbers shows how the 12 tribes of Israel are being counted and prepared for war. These form the 12 stars on the European Union flag. In previous episodes I've explained how the menorah is actually constitutions formed after the revolutions. This also applies to the European Union. In the Book of Numbers, the menorah and the Ark of the Covenant are supposed to be held underneath a blue veil. This is why the European Union flag is blue. The Book of Numbers would also suggest that the Catholic faith is protecting the 12 tribes. In World War I, we see a mandate for Palestine being put towards the League of Nations, come after the Balfour Agreement with the Rothschilds. This is why Germany believed Adolf Hitler that there's a Jewish conspiracy. In the aftermath of World War II, we find ourselves with a new Rome Treaty and the foundation of Palestine. Both of these are prophesied within Revelations. If you like what I've said, please feel free to like and share, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.